Hi everyone, welcome to Loveworks. I am Stella and we are going to do an all signs tarot reading for you. We are going to look at romantic love and see what is coming in for you as far as energetically into the near future energy. So we're going to do Aries all the way through Pisces. All of the timestamps are below in the comments or in the description box under the More tab, where you can also find information about a personal reading from me. Okay, so let's get started and see what's going on with the messages for Aries placements, energies. Okay, well, right. Aries, please. We're just going to get some general oracle cards, like a general message for you before we look specifically at romantic love for the tarot. Okay, let's go with that one. Okay, so we have Ask Your Angels is the first card. Okay, look for a sign. Oh, I like it when they come in that order. And and wait. Okay, and then it says, if you believe you are ready, wow, and then take action. I was going to say personal resolution, peaceful resolution. Okay. So basically I see that as I love the ask your angels and then look for a sign, because that comes in order, like perfect synchronicity, right? It's like we ask our angels and then we like wait for that sign, and look for that sign, wait for that sign, and then it's saying, if you believe, like, so when you're ready, and you believe in that sign, you believe that the angels have answered you, then it's time to take action. You are ready and you have peaceful resolution. Okay, so that could be about anything because it's a general message, so it doesn't necessarily have to mean about romantic love. Okay, so let's get started with the romantic energy, see what's going on for you. Oh, okay. So Five of Swords Devil card is where I split the deck. So some of you could be a little, maybe going through some arguments or a little ticked off at the way things are going. All right, but let's see. Somebody may apologize. Okay. Let's see. What's up for Aries, please? Romantic energy, please, for Aries. Those with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Not huge on cross-watching on this channel. Okay, so the message that is actually for those with Aries placements, please. Okay. I have the song, and I don't like the song very much, so it's so I always know that's like a message for someone, because it's not something like that would be in my head that like, oh, I love that song, it's stuck in my head. And some of you may love it, but it's not one of my bands. I don't particularly care for it, but it's Every Rose Has Its Thorn, right? It's like Great White or White Snake or one of those hair bands. Okay. Poison. It was Poison. That's it, I think. Or I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune, Tower, and the Ten of Cups here in the recent past. Wow. Okay, so something that surprised you. I feel like somebody wants to work something out with you, or someone sort of came out of the blue and started talking with you. But it looks like there's like a period of waiting time in this current energy. Like this person, that it's a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a male, right? But this masculine energy is like trying to figure out things, I feel. So I don't know what that is, what the circumstances is for that in a general reading. It does look as if they are going to come toward you. They are going to make the decision to either come forward. All right, we're going to check. We're going to check again. We're going to clarify a little bit of this. But it looks to me so far that they are either going to come forward and decide to like offer you, right, something, or they could be apologizing. All right, if there's been an argument or something along those lines, I feel like they are going to think things over and come forward and apologize. But let's take a look. Let's see what else we can get to further clarify this. And that makes sense with that peaceful resolution if it was about this situation. Okay, so let's see. What's going on for Aries? Give me a little bit more on what's going on here. Okay. Wow. Yeah, you definitely have messages coming forward. This could be an Aquarius or a Gemini. The Fool card. Interesting. Yeah, or, yeah, Gemini highly aspected or an air sign energy male coming toward you. Okay, so, but you have the Queen of Pentacles here. So that doesn't really help me clarify things because they're court cards. So hold on one second. I feel like someone has like a vision of you and like wanting to figure out like a plan with you is what I'm seeing. So maybe there's like something in the way or someone in the way, but it does look like they're wanting to move forward. Let me get a little bit more because court cards don't help me in a general reading. So let's see. Can you clarify Aries reading more for what's next in romantic love? What is next? What can they realistically expect next? Yeah, okay. Yeah. King of Swords again. At the bottom of the deck. This person is definitely, I mean, they're showing up in king energy. They're definitely trying to, like, do the right thing in some respect. But in the near future energy, I feel like they don't know what to do. All right, they do have confidence in their decision once they make it, but I feel like that could be a ways off, like 2 months, something like that. I don't feel like it's like near future energy, like 7 to 10 days, which is more along the lines of what this reading is designed for. So, you know, it feels to me like they're in this like sort of holding pattern right now, or like there's a waiting game going on. So I do feel like once they do make that decision of like, you know, what they want to come forward and offer, for some of you, like I said, that could be an apology. For others, if it's an apology, I feel like it will be soon. All right, like it will be more in the near future, within the next like 2 weeks or something like that, if not 2 days or, you know, something. But if it's like an actual like offer of moving forward, like in this like stuck pattern that you guys are in, I feel like that could be, you know, taking some time because they are trying to figure out, like they're holding on to something and they're not sure how to move forward. But once they make that decision, I do feel like they have this confidence that will drive them forward and ultimately like moving toward you. All right. Because the Hermit is highlighting all of this, okay, from the bottom of the page. So Virgo energy here as well. But it's like, yeah, I do feel like this person is just, it's slow. It's slow right now. I don't see like a bunch of like exciting momentum like there was like possibly at the beginning of what has gone on between you two, where there was either like, again, an argument about moving, or maybe there was no argument. It was just someone who came out of the blue and it seemed exciting for a minute, but you know, hey, I see a future with you, but then like kind of nothing, right? That's what I'm seeing here. So you do have peaceful resolution. If you believe, ask your angels, look for a sign, right? Wait for that sign. And then once you believe, then take action. Okay, so let's go to Taurus and see what's going on for you at Taurus. All right, Taurus, please. So we're going to get a general message first at Taurus, and then we will get to the specifics with the tarot. What is the general message for Taurus, please? Taurus. Okay. Oh, all right. Well, that one came face up. That's weird. Okay, so you have this situation will improve. Oh, well, let's see. Then we have a no, so hang on. And a meditation card that says meditation will bring answers. Interesting. You have the situation will improve, and then followed by a no. So, there may be something that you're hoping is going to... Let's get to the tarot. Let's do that before we start analyzing these oracle cards. So, like, if the tarot does not answer this particular group of cards, I'll address them separately. Okay, what do you have at the bottom of the deck? No need to worry. Helpful people. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's take a look. All right. What do we have for Taurus as far as romantic energy, please? Taurus energy. Taurus. Okay. What is the message for Taurus, please, in regards to romantic energy What can they expect in the, what's been going on, what is going on, what is coming in the more current energy near future for Taurus in regards to romantic. Yeah, I feel like there is something here that to walk on by. Yeah, wow. Because the thing is, a clean slate brings in like the energy you are looking for. There's something where maybe there's someone that you are waiting for to take action and possibly not really wanting to face like the truth that this is something that could really drag on for a long time. Here's the thing, because you have the World card, the Five of Pentacles, and the High Priestess showing up here as your like near future outcome. So World card with Five of Pentacles, not a very great combo here. This is really, really asking you to listen to your intuition here, because there may be something. And for some of you, if it's not romantic love, it might be a different situation in your life, all right? People watch these videos for all reasons, but the gist of this reading is that it's like with the Judgment card, the Lover's card, and the Page of Wands in the recent past, I feel like the general message of this reading is that there's been something like heavily on your mind about what to make a choice toward. You are like just sort of feeling like a babe in the woods and that's a phrase I don't use because I don't know why, but I can't stand the word babe. I'll tell you a little like inside thing about me. I always joke with like in movies or TV or something, like when, or actually with real people, you know, also like when people call each other babe, it used to be my joke to my friend that like, oh, okay, well they don't F. Because like baby or something to me sounds like way more sexy, you know. It's like, what's up baby, you know. But like when, hey babe, you know, it's like I figure like, yeah, I don't know, not much chemistry going on there. Anyway, it's just some weird thing of mine. But yeah, like a babe in the woods, okay, is what I'm getting. And it's sort of like looking for direction is what I see in the recent past. Like, should I, shouldn't I, you know, with something or someone, you know, depending. But I feel like what Spirit's trying to say is like, what you don't see is like how much like you're like just like sort of waiting for this or waiting for this situation to improve. I do feel like this ties into those oracle cards, so we'll talk about those as we go along. It's like, well, you know, everything will improve. This situation will improve, you know, but the Two of Swords to me is a lot of times when we're in sort of self-denial, like we're not really opening up the heart chakra to hear those messages, you know, from Spirit. We're not really, we have our blindfold on. We're not really seeing the truth for what it is kind of thing. And then, you know, we have these like kind of, you know, call it what it is, kind of crappy cards, right, showing up here of, yeah, this is not a good cycle. Or situation, and your intuition is like letting you know. So it's not everyone's reading, right? It's pretty specific, but I do feel like, you know, a few of you or some of you need, you know, it's a good needed message. That's why, you know, it says meditation brings answers. Trying to ignore the answer that we know deep down is not our friend. Okay, so it's like I do feel like this is a clear message. So you may be thinking that the situation will improve, and this is saying no. Okay, because at the bottom of the deck you have the Fool card, which is about, especially following this World card here, right, which is the end of a cycle. Then we start brand new with the Fool card. So it's like starting off with a clean slate, new adventures, new things. Then we have the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Empress card, with the Tower as well. So and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, King of Cups, matched couple. There you go. So I do feel like there's like more of a suited situation for you that is outside of this. whatever this is for you. So there is something about needing to like truly make a high discerning decision right now. Both of these cards that you started your reading off, the first two cards are extremely karmic cards. So they are very much about like the actions, the high discernment that we use to make the choices in our life. So I would say this is one of those like good, you know, you got a lot of major arcanas in here. The Judgment card, the Lovers card, and the World card, and the High Priestess and the Fool. So if we just took these cards and looked at these, which pretty much are the important cards of the reading, you know, you can see like, you know, that there's a pretty karmic situation going on here with the Judgment card and Lovers card. And the World card, again, is about like letting go of the cycle. And the High Priestess then is about using your intuition to set yourself free, start clean slate, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. So let's go to Gemini. Now we are on to Geminis. All right, Gemini. Okay, Gemini. So you have trust, recovery. So trust that you are healing, that you are recovered or recovering, you know, well. And look, yes. Yes. All right. And then you have, there is something better. Okay. All right. Okay. So trust, recovery, yes, is your message. So recovery to me is like not recovering a relationship necessarily, because again, it says there's something better. All right. It could. We'll see what the tarot says. But it's more like about trust your healing self. Trust that, yes, you are on the right track to toward more self-nurturing, self-care, right? Meditation, those types of things. Okay. So let's see what's going on for we're on Geminis. Okay, Gemini, please. Gemini, what is going on for Geminis? Romantic energy. Gemini. Yeah. Oh my God. I wish I would have said that before. That's so annoying. I didn't listen to my own intuition, because I was going to say some of you may be dealing with an Aquarius, and then the first two cards out were the Star and King of Swords. So Aquarius popped into my head when I was shuffling. So that's interesting. Okay. All right. So let's see. So you have the Star card, the King of Swords, and the Hierophant in the recent past. Someone that you've been like hoping to like get divorced or something like that, or separated or something like that, that may be happening. All right. Now, I mean, if this is something that, you know, you've been going back and forth in for years and they never do that, I don't know. But it's like, this feels like more not somebody that you've been like seeing for like a long time or something like that. It feels more like, oh man, you know, I had such a crush on so-and-so, you know, but you know, they're married, you know, kind of thing. And like all of a sudden, you know, they're not, or you find out they're separated or divorced or something like that. That's what it kind of feels like to me. It could be a Scorpio. You have three cards here. Like you have the Death card, the Seven of Cups, which is a Scorpio card, and then King of Cups can be Scorpio as well. So, or it's something that is like more in Scorpio season. All right. That's like turning around. All right. You may be feeling like, well, now that I've ended that, or now that I've become single and divorced or something like that, what now? Right. Well, there may be someone coming in here. Okay, for sure. So some of you recently separated, divorced, something like that, but it's like something like you wanted, like you're in the healing process. This is what you did want, or you are in that phase of like, okay, you know, I get where this is at. I'm starting to recover, you know, things like that. Trust that process, because it does feel like something is coming toward you here. The thing is, with the Eight of Swords, which is your card, Geminis, there's this feeling of like, okay, somebody's coming towards me, now what? Kind of thing. So I kind of get deer in the headlights energy here of like the dating world or something like that. Yeah, that's what I think's going on. I feel like somebody here has recently become either separated or divorced or, something along those lines, working on a healing journey, that kind of deal. There definitely may be a Scorpio coming toward you. Okay. If it's not a Scorpio per se, then I feel like it's the energy of that, which is very sort of like new life, like letting the old life go and then rebirth, death, rebirth, right into the new life. But there does seem to be a little apprehension on your part with the Eight of Swords, lack of confidence possibly, or just some inner insecurities, right? But yeah, I do see somebody that's very, very interested, pursuant, and wants to have fun, wants to take you out, wants to go have a good time. But there is this energy of you feeling like, I don't know, I haven't dated in years, or I don't know, how to react, or something like that going on. Yeah, I do feel like this is someone that you've thought about for a long time here. All right, like in the past or something. Okay, let's see. Tell me about a little more on near future energy. Let's get a little more on this near future energy, because you do have this yes here. So if someone asks you out, I feel like there is something here about like yes. Or those of you who are wondering, like, is there something better out there, right? Because you have this, there's something better. Well, there's always something better if we are willing to be better ourselves, right? So in other words, like if you're feeling trapped in a relationship or something like that, and well, should I leave? Should I just stay? Is there somebody else better? That kind of thing. I always say you've answered your own question, because that used to be a common question when I used to do like questions on lives. People would, without a doubt, I would always, at least once, get the question, should I stay with who I'm with, or is there someone out there better? And my standard reply is you've answered your own question. Because, I mean, if you even have to ask if there's someone out there better, then obviously you're not satisfied with who you're with. Because when we're happy and satisfied and growing and loving and respecting, with who we are with, then we would never ask that question. We wouldn't ask, I wonder if there's somebody even better. So there's something about that too. But let's see. Tell me about this near future energy here. I feel like some of you are like a little shy to get out there, or someone's coming toward you that's like so interested in you that you're a little bit like intimidated by their energy, like not intimidated by their personality or something like that, but intimidated by their energy of how like gung-ho they are. Yeah. This is saying go for it. All right. It's like Page of Cups. Reconsider this. All right. Reconsider this, because this might be like somebody that you could be very, very happy with. All right. That's what I am seeing here. So I don't know, somebody coming towards you that looks like it's has a lot of possibilities. Okay. But I want to stress, because there's a lot of ways, we can interpret into these readings. So the one thing I would say is, if you are relating to that one scenario I gave, where you're already in a relationship and you're wondering if something is out there better, again, I would say, well, that question just answered yourself, because you're not happy. But then I don't think there's going to be something out there better unless you determine like why you are willing to put up in a stagnant situation. Maybe are you guys just not communicating? Are you guys just not trying hard enough? Can you bring romance back into the situation? Can you speak your mind and say, hey, you know what? I've been thinking lately that I don't know if I really, if we're really progressing in this relationship. Like, be open, because it's like, if we don't progress in that way, it's not like, oh, you just leave this person and then all of a sudden this miracle, amazing person comes into our lives. Amazing people come into our lives when we are in the energy of self-confidence and like good intention and things like that. So I would say, don't just like leave something because, oh, hopefully there'll be something better out there. That's never going to work. It just doesn't. We have to have like that like knowing, that, yeah, you know what? And this is not it. Okay. This is not being in that energy yet. So I would say work on like that personal energy of building that up so that you're really, really clear on like why you are leaving a stagnant situation or why a previous situation wasn't enough, and not just sort of like hope that everything works out, kind of thing. Like, get something very clear in your mind about like your intentions with romantic energy and things like that, I would say. But yeah, I do feel like you have a yes here. I do feel like there's a lot of potential happiness here. If it is a relationship from the past or something like that, then for some of you, I would say, yeah, but you have to kind of come out of that shell more, right? To express interest and things like that in order to get to, there's something that you will have to see from a different perspective. Like, yeah, I guess we could be happy, or how can, I work with my person to achieve this 10 of cups, like that kind of energy. Okay. All right. So we are on to Cancers. Okay, Cancer, let's see what the message is for you, Cancers. All right, let's go with that one. And that one. And that one. Okay. Let's see what we have. So we have ask for help from others. Remain positive. Now, this is just a general message. It might not be about romantic love. We're going to look at that with the tarot. Okay. So ask for help from others. Remain positive. And, ooh, you have in the near future. And you have take action at the bottom of the deck. Whoa. Okay. So let's see. Ask for help from others, remain positive, and in the near future. I feel like this part has already happened. Like, you've asked your guides or you've asked your friends or, something, family, whatever, it may be spirit, God, what have you. So I feel like in the current energy, it's saying, okay, you've done that. So now just remain positive. Okay. And look, the angel, here they come. Here come those angels. It's not just one, it's a few, right? Coming to bring you something in the near future here. Okay, so I feel like it's saying like you don't have to keep asking. It's like your job right now is just to remain positive. Like you've asked, ask and thee shall receive, or something along the, wow, yeah. And I cut the deck at the Strength card and the Fool card, right? You had the inner strength to do such, and now, something new or fresh is on its way. Now, if you have not asked for help from others, you haven't done those things, right? Then it's like, then do it. Okay. Ask for help for a clean slate. Ask for help for a new start, and then remain positive. And in the near future, it'll be coming in for you. Okay. So let's see what's going on for Cancers as far as romantic energy. Let's get to the tarot now and see what's been going on. What is going on? What is coming in? Current energy. What is the main energy message for Cancers? Yeah, definitely that message could be like about work and career. Maybe romance isn't really on your mind right now. Maybe it's something more about like a move, or like you want to open a business or something like that for yourself. Anyway, all right, what's been going on? What is going on? Okay, coming in. Okay, Gemini energy showing up, or choices. Let's see, Pisces energy here. Okay. Oh, tired of waiting on that. Okay. And then you have the Sun. Yeah, you got to fight for this and then be patient. Okay. All right. Something is coming in. Your clear answer is coming in soon. All right. And that's in the near future. Your reading really matches up with your oracle cards for this one, for sure. Okay. So recent past, you have the Lover's card, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Cups. So the way that she's kind of like turned away from the Lover's card, all right, the way I'm looking at it, like not really looking back on those, a Gemini or a like decision or a choice. and looking more towards the future. So I feel like you guys have been in a good energy of like, okay, I know what I want. I want to have fun, or I want to be single, or I want to date, or I want to meet someone, something, something along those lines. Okay, but in the current energy, and that's why we have remain positive, like hovering right above these cards, because I can see this is sort of that energy of, maybe this has been a tough moon cycle for you, or maybe you're currently not really vibing with the moon, whatever. I don't know what sign it is in today, so, or whenever you're watching this reading, it could be at any time. So, but it does feel like there's this sort of heaviness of, well, when, I've been waiting, kind of thing. Now, for some of you specifically, it could be a Pisces, all right, for some of you. But, and again, that's not necessarily the energy for all of you. So I feel like it's more that Piscean energy of like that deeper sort of melancholia, part coming out. Well, here's the thing. These cards match those oracle cards completely, okay? Because it's like, I feel like you do really want something positive in your life. You're ready for change. You're ready for that Fool card, clean slate, new leaps of faith towards things. Like, you're ready for optimism and some happiness in your life. So the current energy, though, is the Five of Swords. So, because I'm breaking this down into past, present, future, too. And so it's like this Five of Swords kind of matches this other energy of like, oh my God, I'm so burned out. I'm so, I don't know what's going on. Should I walk away? Should I go towards this? Should I go towards that? What's coming in? Just like that whole blah, like very unclear, sort of muddled, just waiting, tired of waiting, tired of waiting for you, kind of energy here. And that Five of Swords, I feel, is reflecting that, like sort of even getting a little like ticked off, pissed off, like, God, when is that sun going to shine, that kind of thing. So that's why, again, I'll return to that middle card, which this is a middle card too, right? This was the middle card in your oracle cards. Remain positive, because in the near future, right? Those angels, they're helping you. That it's like that patience. I know it's difficult, but I mean, there's times to be patient, and then there's times when we overdo patience. Okay, so I don't think this is one of those situations where you're overdoing patience. So what I mean by that is there's times when sometimes we're like too patient, and then that turns into non-activity or non-motivation and too much reliance on source, to solve our problems and things like that. That's not what I see here. I feel like this is more like you really want like that sun card. You really want like optimism. You want something like, different in your life. So I feel like this goes further than just romance. I think this is just an overall energy for you. And there is this sort of, like, keep fighting to remain positive. Okay. In the near future, there is going to be something to take action toward here, that it's just not quite here yet. Okay. For many of you, and it sounds a little far away, but it's really not, it may be something really drastically changes for you around Sagittarius season. Okay. So, which is not that far, right? End of November. All right. I mean, we're kicking off September here, so that's really not that far in the scheme of things. Now, it doesn't have to be that. Obviously, it's a general reading, and like, I can't possibly predict timing for every single person out there, right? So it doesn't have to be Sagittarius season. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius that could, or Leo here. We have Pisces, Gemini, all these different signs here. But regardless, your whole message is to remain positive, because in the near future, there will be more change for you. I do see some sort of communication here that could really make you happy. Could have something to do with legalities, with the Libra card here of justice, or a Libra. Again, we have this like Pisces. See, we're going from this like Pisces, waiting, melancholy energy to this Pisces energy of being, yes, You know, something's here, you know, karmically to bring in some happiness and some togetherness in some positive way. So this to me this reminds me of the poster from the 70s or 80s, I don't know what it was, with the kitten that was hanging from like the rope or something with their paw. They had their paw on the rope and they were like just kind of hanging in midair, and that was the capture, hang in there. Or the caption, hang in there. It reminds me of that poster, you know, of just like hang in there, you know, kind of. It's gonna be fine, but it's like, and it's okay also to be a little bit like ticked off, or if you find yourself in that energy, because that happens a lot. You know, we get sad, we get melancholy, we get this and that, and then what happens, you know, like those stages of grief, then we get pissed off, you know. And it's like, I feel like saying, you know, it's fine, you know, do that, just don't get lost in it, don't get lost in that. It's like your overall needs to be remain positive. Okay. All right, so hang in there with the kitty cat. Hang in. All right, Cancers. Okay, we're on to Leo. Okay, what is the message for Leo, please? Leos. Leo. All right. Let's see. Peaceful resolution is the first card. Very nice. Then we have, a timing card, within the next few weeks. And then we have no need to worry. What a beautiful message that we are seeing here. So peaceful resolution within the next few weeks. No need to worry. All right. Very, very nice. Okay. All right. So let's see what is going on for Leo. You also have improving health at the bottom of the deck. So that could be a literal card for some of you, but you know, it is a general tarot reading. So, but it can also mean like that Ace of Cups in the heart, right? Like improving like health of love situations, things like that. Okay, so let's see what is going on for Leo, please. What has been going on? What is going on? Oh, yeah. All right. What is coming in? Leo. Now, Pisces, maybe? Scorpio. Let's see. What's going on for Leo? Romantic message for Leo. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, something's really come to an end here. Oh. And then something really is interesting. Okay. Is this new? Someone's going to be taking action toward you. Okay, so recent past, you have the Ten of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Justice card. Notice the scales, right? So it's like those are two kind of karma cards. All right, something definitely has come to an end here in the recent past. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean like you broke up with someone or the end of a relationship. It could, for many of you, separation, divorce, you know, any of those things. But it can also just mean like overthinking something. All right, like just karmically you are like ready to move into a new cycle. Like something has ended, you know, some type of cycle has ended for you karmically. Okay. Others of you, it could absolutely mean, you know, like there's been an ending, a breakup, a separation, something like that. Okay. In the current energy, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. I feel like someone's having a difficult time of how to communicate toward you. All right. Like, I feel like they want to communicate toward you, something along those lines. They want to, like, that's what I think is improving in health is communication. I feel like your communication with this person will be improving shortly, because you do have this Page of Cups, Queen and King of Pentacles here. So it's like someone is reaching out. Now, the only thing I would say, like if this is a complicated, more like of, there's marriages involved and things like that. I mean, this is showing that there is some sort of legal action to end something that is going on, all right, in the recent past, okay? So, or at least been considered here in the recent past. So I do feel like someone is communicating that to you, like, hey, I've ended something, or I've left that person, or something along those lines. I do feel like there is energy here of like, you're the one, man. You're the one, Leo, something like that. So I don't feel like they're really saying that yet, but I feel like that's what they're feeling. So it's pretty rare that I see this type of energy, to be quite frank. Usually, like, third-party things are very complicated. They're very messy. They're very full of a lot of, empty promises, things like that. With this, it's like, if it is third-party, and please, I'm going to ask you to use your true intuition with this, because generally that doesn't happen. All right. But if you really are like feeling like this person really is going to make moves towards you, I feel like, yes, you're correct. I feel like they are going to make moves towards you. So they may be literally like separating, legally, divorcing, breaking up, whatever it is with their person, so that they can come forward toward you, because I feel like they see a future with you, a king and queen of pentacles, or whatever gender combo you're into, right? Future for you. So I do see that, but near future wise, I that might be. I don't think this person's going to put everything out on the table right now. I feel like they're just trying to maintain more communication with you. So I feel like that's what is most likely improving in health, is the communication between you two. And that if you haven't heard from this person, it's because they're in their head. They're really trying to like figure out like what to do, and like just figure things out in general. All right. I feel like when they do communicate with you, they're going to be a different person. Like, they're going to be a lot lighter and a lot like flirtier. Like, that is what I'm getting from this situation. Okay. So that's what I have for Leo. We're on to Virgo. Okay. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, Virgo, please. Romantic energy. What is up? Virgos. Okay. No. Thank you. Okay. All right, so we have forgiveness showing up. Be assertive. I always point out, it's hard to see because it's so like shiny on these cards, but it's like she's removing this mask, right? So like theatrical mask. So it's like, be assertive, show the real you, remove the mask, yeah, especially when it comes to some sort of like truth or conversation. When I see that sword there, swords are usually about like truth, communications, things like that. So there's something here. It says forgiveness. Take that mask off, be assertive, and reconsider something that has been like a conversation recently, or an idea of something recently. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. Okay, Virgo energy. So what's going on? Current energy, romantic love. What has been going on? What is going on? What's coming in romantically? And the current near energy future for Virgos. And Virgo placements. Virgo. Okay. All right, so we got Sagittarius energy, Gemini, Virgo, another Virgo, maybe, Gemini. Wow, you got a lot of major arcanas showing up in the recent past. So that, yeah, there's definitely been something going on here. Okay, another major arcana. We got Scorpio, Gemini, possibly another Virgo, and Sagittarius energy showing up for you. Taurus energy as well, and Capricorn. Oh my gosh, you got a lot of major arcanas coming through here. So, all right, let's see what is up here. So recent past, you have Temperance, the Magician, and the Lover's card. I feel like in the recent past, many of you have been receiving guidance from like the angels or a spirit guide or God, whatever, your highest consciousness self, something like that, to make a decision about change. All right, like I feel like there's been this like strong like guiding energy, guiding you to make some sort of choice, or something that's like that will move you forward, all right, in some way. Okay, so in the current energy, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So it's I do also feel like this energy of someone has a plan, but then this Nine of Wands is somebody who's just like unmotivated, burned out, like ugh, not another plan, kind of thing. So it's like there's something here to reconsider about like a conversation or a plan, I feel, that actually could move forward. Okay. Here's the thing. I feel like you're dealing with someone here who is sort of like, well, this is the second time I've used this phrase in today's reading, like a deer in the headlights. I think I used it in Aries or Gemini, one of those. Like whoever this Queen of Swords is, I feel like they're bringing forth like a pretty clear plan, expressing themselves clearly, that sort of thing. But it's like whomever this plan is being presented to, so whether that be you or the other way around, the person on the other side is just like, they're beaten, they're worn down, Nine of Wands. So it's not like that they don't think your plan is good, or that they don't want to work things out with you, or they don't want to, this or that or the other. I just feel like they're unmotivated. They're tired. So it's like, I don't know, there's something here to like reconsider, because it's like it can move forward. I do feel like there's something that can move forward, but there's this fear of security that is holding things back. That's what I see. So it's because the Death card like wants to like reinvent. The Death card wants to move on from like what's not working and move towards what is, and rebuild and that sort of thing. But this Nine of Wands clearly doesn't. They're tired. So there's something here where it's more of like, I don't feel like you need to like hit this harder with like a bigger plan or anything like that for you to. But it is something to like reconsider, like how then the other person, whoever's the weary one here, like how they might be afraid of moving forward because they're like burned out, they're tired, they're the wounded warrior here. So that's why I feel like with this be assertive, take the mask off, like forgive the situation. And like really, because I think sometimes, it's like, especially with this recent past energy, it's like, yeah, let's manifest this change, let's be together, or, soulmate energy, things like that. And it's like, if things didn't go according to plan, but like, it, you can feel it and all these things, it's like, well, forgive, if this makes sense for you, forgive the situation in a sense, because it's like, they might not be there yet. Right? They may not be there yet. And a lot of that is because they're, like I said, burned out on trying. Okay. Not with you per se, just in general with life. Okay. So it's like, I feel like this reconsider is like, reconsider your approach. All right. Like, be assertive, take the mask off, say what really needs to be said, be honest, and throw that hat in the ring again, and see what happens, is what I'm getting. Because I feel like this person, you may be dealing with another fixed energy here. Or not another. Is Virgo fixed? Or mutable? I always think Virgo's fixed, but anyway. But you may be dealing with a fixed energy that is afraid of moving forward with things because of like security in some form. So that's what I'm seeing. So I do feel like there's something about expressing your Nine of Cups energy, like what you hope to manifest and stuff like that, in a very assertive way, but in a very realistic way, taking that mask away, right? And either asking someone to reconsider, or you yourself, like if you're the other energy, the one that's like just done, been through it, and don't know if you want to, hear yet another plan, there's something here to possibly, then be super honest about and reconsider. Okay. That's what I am seeing. All right. So that is Virgo. We are on to Libra. Okay, Libras, please. Whoa. Oh, wow. Well, that came out right away. Within the next few months, Libra. All right. What else do we have here? Okay. Oh, all right. Libras, romance showing up at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you have within the next few months, came out right away. Let go. And there's something better. Interesting. And then romance. Whoa. Okay. All right. So I feel like this is spirit like warming you guys up, saying, especially like if you're single, well, there's another way too, but like if you're single, I feel like this is saying like if there's any sort of leftover kind of stuff to let go of, you know, if there's been still a checking in on, you know, Facebook statuses of somebody else or something from the past or, you know, something like that to let go of, do that. Like start preparing yourself. There is something better. Romance is coming in. So it's like kind of prepping you to get ready for this, right? Others of you, it may be something more like if you're in a stagnant relationship that or dating, you know, someone that, you know, it's not really like there's a lot of red flags or something there. I feel like, you know, that it's saying that too. Then, well, you know, probably there's going to be something better, you know, in the near future in the romantic arena. Okay, so let's see though. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Okay, Libra, please. What's going on? Libras. What has been going on, what is going on, what's coming in romantic energy, please, for Libra placements. Yeah, there's something better. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. I feel like some of you are going, how'd she know I was stalking my ex on Facebook? Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Yeah, confidence. Yeah, see what you don't see coming is something better. The Sun card here. Wow. All right. So let's see. What do we have going on here? Recent past. You have the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the High Priestess. Some of you also, like you may just kind of have like spidey senses or intuition kicking in right now that someone that you've had a conversation with or are having some kind of conversation with, like they're not being completely upfront with the Seven of Swords. There's something being tiptoed around. All right. So whether or not, you know, that could be all kinds of things. It could mean maybe they're hiding that they're really married, you know, if it's an internet connection or something like that, or they're hiding something about who they really are, if it's internet again. But if it's someone like you've been dating or, you know, something like that, it's like, I don't know, somebody's tiptoeing around like a conversation. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're cheating on you or anything like that. It could just indicate like just your intuition is saying, yeah, you know, every time I bring something up, they tiptoe around that or, you know, something along those lines. So in the current energy, you have this Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and Justice. It does feel like someone's like hanging on to like a marriage. Okay, probably for financial reasons, Four of Pentacles. All right, they're like scared to see like what's out there, you know, or, you know, if there is something better. So I do feel like someone's like hanging on to a marriage in some way here. If it's not third party, then, or like nobody's married in this equation. I would do due diligence if you are speaking with someone online. All right, because that could very well be what they are hiding. If it's somebody that you're, you know, you're just single and you're not really dating or anything like that, then it's probably more like hanging on to this like ideal that it's like, okay, I want to get married. It's going to be traditional. It's going to be this. It's going to be, you know, there's something to like let go of your energy, of expectations, of, it doesn't mean like you just take whatever comes across your path when we let go of expectations, but it's like expectations are a lot different than intention. And it's like, so expectations can really limit ourselves, and it can limit the universe in a way, right? Whereas intentions are something that is more self-propelling, motivating, and something that's more in accordance with like universe energy. So that's what I'm sensing there. So in the near future, you have the Queen of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Two of Wands. I do feel like this is exactly what this is saying. Now, this says within the next few months, But the Two of Wands to me is like, just to me personally, it doesn't mean that in everyone's tarot readings, like on YouTube. It's not like a description of the card. But to me personally, it's like my 2-week or 2-month card. So it's like, that's typically the way I react to it when as a reader. So I don't think it's a few months. If anything, 2 months. Okay. But it does, and it may be for some of you 2 days or 2 weeks, you know, something much quicker than that. But I do see that there is someone reaching out to you. All right. So there is romance that is around you at this time. I would say if there's complications, or like if you're talking with someone now, because this may be someone new coming in, but if you're talking with someone now and there just feels like red flags, there feels like someone's like tiptoeing around an actual conversation about like the truth, the reality of something, well, then I feel like this is saying, like, this might continue on for like a couple weeks or maybe a couple months for some of you, but ultimately, like, let go if you haven't really seen any improvement in that time, because there's something better for you. There's like a deeper connection, deeper romance that is available to you. For others of you, also too, I would say if it's new, like a new situation coming toward you, this person could be from a different culture than you or live far away from you. But if it's new, I think that is the something better that's coming in. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. So there's a lot of different ways of looking at this because it's a general reading, right? I mean, some of you, like I said, there may be a marriage involved. If that is the case, my suggestion here, just looking at these cards, is to let go of the situation, because I feel like this person's holding on to the marriage because it, like, for financial reasons. Like, they don't want, they might be saying they're getting a divorce or saying they're getting separated or something like that, but ultimately when it comes down to it, I feel like they have this like fear of what that could mean financially, and so they're most likely just gonna keep trying to like flirt with you or something like that, but not really like take any actions that would be more what you would be looking for. So I feel like there's romantic energy there, but there's not necessarily like action energy there. Okay. All right. So let's see. That was Libra. We are on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what the message is for you. We are going to get a general message with the oracle cards first, and then we'll go to the tarot for specific romantic spread, love energy, that sort of thing. Okay, Scorpio, please. What is the message for Scorpio? Okay, so we have, in the near future, compromise with the scales. I always point that out because scales are usually something to do with a karmic situation, bringing it into balance. And you have the situation will improve. So in the near future, compromise and the situation will improve. Okay. So something to balance right now at this time. All right, we'll see what the love reading says, and if that doesn't really clarify everything, we'll come back to that. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Scorpio as far as romantic energy. Romantic energy for Scorpios. Let's take a look at what has been going on, what is going on, what is coming in for Scorpio placements. Okay. Oh, all right. Nope. Okay. Well, you do have a Two of Cups here and a Three of Wands, all right, showing up. But, yeah, I don't know. There's something here that just feels like there's something to see from a different perspective. All right, with that Hanged Man hanging out around there. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Because you have two Kings showing in the recent past, both with Ten of Swords. So, maybe there's something, like, I don't know, Three of Cups can mean, like, dating, things like that. Some of you pondering, like, getting separated, getting divorced. Should I go to mediation? Should we work things out? You know, something like that. Either that, or if you are single, maybe you've been giving a lot of thought to, like, past relationships that ended or something like that. The good news, you have Kings here, so you don't have, like, little pages and knights and things like that. I do feel like there's, like, this sort of, like, matured energy of, like, reflection on endings in the past. Okay. But still, like in the current energy though, it's like not knowing what to do with that. I feel like that's like your energy right now, like not knowing what to do with something, like fill in the blank, right? Depending on your situation. Because I can't possibly reach every single Scorpio's like specifics. But so it's like a sort of a fill in the blank. Like I don't know what to do with, you know, that person or that situation or, you know, something along those lines. But I see ultimately it's like you are like yearning for like this Three of Cups, this excitement or more fun or dating or being, you know, or maybe you've just become single and you're like, now what, you know, kind of energy, like how to move forward, how to put these kings out of my mind or this king or, you know, because this could absolutely be like separation, divorce, you know, something like that going on. The near future, interesting, because you have the Five of Swords, the Magician, and the Three of Pentacles. Someone could, honestly, too, you might have someone who's sort of like holding kind of anger or resentment feelings toward you for like not making a choice or a decision. Okay, that could be what's going on, too. Yeah, because you might have like these two sides of like the coin for one person. So part of them is like, you know, I don't know. I feel like you're kind of on Splitsville or something like that with someone, like getting a separation or a divorce or a breakup or something along those lines. And you're kind of trying to decide, like, should I do this? Should I compromise? You know, something along those lines. All right. And I feel like someone in your energy is like starting to be a little bit resentful that it's taking you a while to decide, okay, on like what you want. Either that or that energy is you. Like you're sort of ticked off at yourself, all right, for... Because I don't think it's like you being ticked off at someone else. I think it would be either them ticked off, like a little bit angry towards you or you angry toward yourself at like not knowing like what decision you want to make. You have the Magician and the Three of Pentacles though. So I do feel like there is this sort of energy of wanting to like improve a situation, wanting to work something out, wanting to get on the same page with someone. So it's what I see is a lot of things going on in the background, but nothing that's like goal-oriented towards manifesting. All right. Manifesting, getting on the same page. So it's like in Scorpio, you know, a la Scorpio fashion, just sort of sitting with the emotions, being in the head a lot, right? But not really expressing those things. And then this either one or two different kings, you know, again, I don't know, it could be the same person, you know, archetype. But it's like also too not really expressing themselves. You know, this is very kind of closed off energy, kind of keeping things to, you know, close to the vest, you know, kind of thing. So I feel like there's not much really being hashed out here or no decisions really moving forward. I do feel though that it's like, as this card says, the situation will improve. And with this Magician and Three of Pentacles, I would say fairly soon, maybe like 5 days seems to be like showing up with that 5. There's like a new take on things for yourself. I don't know if this is for everyone involved or if it's just for you, Scorpio, but there is this like new sort of energy of aha, you know, like your aha moment. And I feel like that can occur very soon, like within the next 5 days or so. And where it's like, okay, this is what I need to do, or this is how my situation will improve. So I do feel like there is going to be more motivation in your energy soon. But right now, like I feel like you're sort of in this holding pattern for a reason, because it's like there's no big major arcana cards showing up here except the Magician towards the end. But the rest of the stuff just seems, like I said, sort of like all that minor arcana bullshit that like plays over and over in our head of, you know what you want, but like you don't know how to get it. That's what I'm seeing. So I feel like you're going to have your aha moment possibly within 5 days. that's going to, you're going to know then what you're reaching for here, and that's why the situation will improve. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Let's see. So we're on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what the message is for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so we're going to get a general message with these angel answer cards first, and then we will look at the tarot for specifics on romantic energy, that sort of thing. Okay. Okay, perfect timing was also wanting to come out, so we'll kind of keep that as a bonus card here. Okay, so let's see, what do we have? Oh, all right, interesting. So your first card is unlikely. Okay. Choose a new direction. And no need to worry. So this is a good combination, actually, because then we can throw in that perfect timing, and then you also have it's up to you at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I also look at these cards sort of as a past, present, future also. Okay, so like in the past, like something just, I don't know, just wasn't working out, just seemed unlikely. Okay, so there's a message here in this current energy of, okay, then choose a new direction. All right, choose a new North Star. You know, that's what they're, it's a couple. It is two people in the picture, and they're choosing like a new like guide point, or, you know, something along those lines. So this could sometimes be about like moving, I find a lot of times, like literally choosing like a new direction. But you have this no need to worry card also in the future. So I do think it is about facing up that something is unlikely. So it is time to choose a new direction. And there's really no need to worry. All right. It's going to be perfect timing, like that card that wanted to come out. All right. And it's up to you. It's up to you. So definitely work on your like manifestation of abilities right now, as far as like your intentions, what you truly intend, what you truly see, what you are truly going to be motivated toward, and focus more on that energy. Okay, so let's look at your love reading now, and we'll see. Maybe that ties into this, or it's a separate message, whichever. Okay, so tell me about Sagittarius. What's going on for romantic energy? What has been going on? What is going on? What's coming in for Sagittarius? Aw, full card. All right. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No need to worry, Sagittarius. Ace of Cups. Hope springs eternal. All right, what do we got? That fourth chakra going. Self-love. That's your breakthrough, right? The Chariot. We got the Tower. Okay, what is going on for Sagittarius? Wow, yeah. You got some pretty major like change. Okay. New things. I cannot stress that enough. Yeah, choose a new direction. Interesting. Wow, and the World card. Whew. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So recent past, we have the Knight of Pentacles going into the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of pentacles being thrown around here in the recent past. So possibly for some of you, you know, this may not be a romance read. Some of you, this could be about like work, career, something like that, but you're just watching it because you want to watch. Okay, if it is about work and career, let me just get this out of the way, and then we'll go into the love reading real quick. I would say it's like, I think it's time to reinvent oneself. All right, choose a new direction. All right, no need to worry. Like the finances will come in, but like if you're struggling right now, all right, it's like, it feels like it's unlikely that like whatever you are doing now or is going to pay off. It's like choose a new direction. All right, and don't worry about it too much. but it's like there is a new future up ahead for you. No future for you. All right. Yeah. Right now it's like no future, right? Going on right now. And I don't mean that, I'm not making fun of things. I can relate. I've been in this position more times than I can count. And it's like, yeah, no future for me, and needing to absolutely, reinvent myself in new ways. And I feel like that's what the message is for you if it's work and career. So now let's go into romantic love. Okay. So it's like, if it is romantic love, where's the romance here? Because all I see is like planning on like, a King of Pentacles that's going to like throw money at a situation or something like that, right? Okay. So yeah, I'm calling you out, Saggies. Okay, Sagittarians. Sorry, I don't like Saggies. I mean, I love Sagittarius. I have Venus in Sagittarius, but I don't like the word Saggies. Okay, so it should be sages. Let's start that movement, right, for Sagittarius, because really. Anyway, so yeah, there's if it's a romance reading, this is all about like, I don't know, like planning to find like a husband or King of Pentacles person that like gives to a situation. Or if you are a masculine watching this reading, you may like that might be your love language. You just like throw money at a situation and then like, well, that didn't work, or something. So it's like open up the heart. Remember the very first card that fell out of this reading was the Ace of Cups. And I always relate the Ace of Cups in tarot as like the heart chakra, like the like ever floweth, right, energy. And that only comes from self love first, right? Then we can give it to others and we can receive from others, right? So like money is not the way like through this situation. It's not going to like solve a situation or be like the end all be all of a situation. What is going to be is to block that type of energy and completely reinvent oneself. All right, because we have the Fool card here, and then I took a look at the next cards that would come after that, and they're all about like choosing a new direction towards a positive forward movement. So if you are a feminine, I would say it's the same message. Okay, also that there's something here more about fighting for like a new direction for yourself. All right, not like sort of waiting on like unhealthy situations, because I feel like that's not a good energy. Like I feel like it's going to leave you out in the cold. All right, waiting for an opportunity on someone, or like being or just looking for someone, because we got to be honest with ourselves, at times. And this is definitely something I struggled with years ago, is do I really love this person, or am I in love with the security of this person? And I feel like that's a good question to ask yourself at this time. All right. Because again, we're doing a romantic reading and there's not a single cup on this table. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 cards, 12 cards out here. And what fell out at the beginning of the reading? The Ace of Cups. That's what it's all about. So I feel like there's more stuff here about like money and finances and security than there is about like romance. So that's why for many of you, I think it's more of a career read, and we're like romance just maybe isn't, happening. But if it is, like if you are watching this for romance reasons, I feel like there's something here about hoping for an opportunity of security. Or again, maybe you're the one who always provides the security. And I'm talking about that in terms of financial. And it's like, but that does not equate to a partnership of like romantic energy, or learning and evolving and growing from each other. I mean, there's nothing wrong with if somebody has more financial security than the other. That's great, and you want to work within that framework. That's fine, because there's, people can bring more to the table than just financial security. But there's too much emphasis on that, is what I'm trying to say. Like too much like decision making or desiring or something like that on that, rather than like love, sharing an experience, moving forward, growing together, those types of things. So I feel like that's why it's saying unlikely here, and it's you know, needing to choose a new direction. Now for some of you, it could be like if you are a couple and you're good, you know, that sort of thing. Maybe you've been trying to buy a home or something like that. Because again, choose a new direction can be about moving to me. You know, it might be unlikely that the one that you're looking at particularly is going to follow through. So, but it's like keep being positive because something's out there for you that is a new cycle. All right, might be a little bit of a driving distance away or a little bit of a commute. Okay, but it's like it's something that is like absolutely perfect for you. But for most of you, I feel like the overall message of this reading, Sagittarius, is to not be too focused on what the financial security of a situation brings to you. Of course, it's important. You know, I'm not saying, oh, just, you know, screw financial security and it's all about love. And, you know, it is. But you know, also, too, we do live in a realistic world where we do have to have, you know, some kind of financial security. So I'm not saying like, oh, just, you know, screw that. It's not important. You should just be in love. You know, that's not, I'm not saying that either. But there's something about too much overemphasis on financial security. And like, then there's no room for the love. So it needs to be more of a balance is what I'm seeing. So, but for the most of you too, I feel like it's something more about like something unlikely isn't working. So it's time to choose a new direction and take a leap of faith towards new arenas here, new areas, maybe even moving, traveling, you know, something along those lines. And, or at least just freeing yourself, getting out for a while, you know, so that you can get back to yourself so that you can see clearly and realize, hey, I have no need to worry here, you know, and how you can like fight for your new start and your rebuilding of something new for yourself. Okay. All right. That is Sagittarius. We're on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you. Capricorn, we're going to pull a few just sort of general message oracle cards here. And then we will look specifically with the tarot for your love message. Okay, what do we have for Capricorn? Take action. First card out. Okay. What's that peeking out there? Okay. Let's see. Within the next few weeks. Okay, so you have take action. Yes. And helpful people. So the helpful people card, I always notice there's like sort of like these like avatar or angel kind of looking, you know, it's like a guild of angels or something like that. So helpful people could indicate like talking to your angels or, you know, like it's almost like a Jesus figure here in the center, you know, talking to, you know, the like, whatever it is that you believe in, right? And it's like they're helping you like to take action, and there's a yes here. Okay, so you have take action, yes, and then helpful people. All right, so or it could literally be like helpful people are around you that could help you, you know, to take action or say yes to something. All right, so there's that. Okay, so let's see what is going on for we are on Capricorn. All right, yeah, you have within the next few weeks and perfect timing at the deck. Oh no, I'm sorry, hold on. No, hold on, you gotta know. Ask for help from others. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting because I saw the no, so I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So it says within the next few weeks at the bottom of the deck, perfect timing. But then it says no, ask for help from others. So you may be thinking, oh, I'll do that in the next few weeks. You know, that'll be the perfect timing. This is saying no. You know, it's like, well, you know, maybe that will be fine, but it's saying no, ask for help. Ask for help from others. That's the second time we've seen that. Helpful people and ask for help from others. So that is your like biggest message. Okay, it's not about, oh, well, yeah, okay, I'll figure that out in the next couple weeks, or oh, this will happen in, you know, a few weeks or something. It's more about asking helpful people for like guidance, support, you know, things like that at this time. Yeah. Asking and ask and ye shall receive, right? Okay, so let's see. Capricorn. All right, what's been going on? What is going on? What is coming in romantically? Capricorn, please. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Wow. All right. Yeah. You've got really great cards showing up, Capricorn. Yeah. Exactly. There's that Knight of Cups coming in. Love offer. Okay. Yeah. And this sort of like, yeah. Indecision. Okay. All right. So let's see. So recent past. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I get why things could be a little bit intriguing at this time, because you have 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and the World card in the recent past. So this can absolutely mean like the end of a cycle. Could have been like even a storming out of, you know, a slamming doors, you know, kind of argument or something like that with the 5 of Swords here. If it's not a breakup, it usually indicates, you know, the end, like arguing or something like that, and a breakup. But if it's not a breakup in particular, then it could just be like you're done with the past. You know, you're done of being angry at things or the way things ended, or, you know, something like that. And you're ready to like reinvent and start this new cycle forward, right? The Death card is about leaving things in the past, and then rebuilding towards your future, right? So it's like Scorpio energy of Pluto. All right, so then you have Knight of Swords and Ace of Cups. Either that or Scorpio's coming towards you. That could be it as well. But I do feel like regardless of the sign, it's more like about sort of like this quick moving action of rebuilding, restarting in some way, but from a foundation of love. All right, because the Ace of Cups is very much like the card needed. You know, love conquers all, right? Like kind of energy here. That's like seems to be the message at this time, where it's like something coming in quickly. I do feel like for some of you, there's absolutely this energy here of King of Wands is a very action-taking king. And it's like there's this Nine of Cups here. I feel like, yeah, they want to take action toward you, Capricorn. And it's like they see a future with you. 10 of Pentacles, like a long-lasting future. 10 of Pentacles is not, you know, a fly-by-night Knight of Wands relationship. It could definitely indicate that there's something more long-lasting for you that is perhaps, you know, your Nine of Cups, like what you are, you know, your little genie, you know, what you are wishing for. So I do feel like there is a strong potential, you know, for some kind of relationship coming in here. It does appear to be moving quickly with the Knight of Swords. There could even be like a little bit of pressure in a way also. I'm getting that. But you do have this take action, yes, and helpful people. Like, I don't know, like angels like cheering you on, or, you know, something like that. I feel like, you know, like somebody's got your back, you know, kind of thing, but in like a higher way. I'd say this looks really good. So you are definitely leaving behind a cycle and moving toward a much more like flowing and successful cycle is what I see for you, Capricorn. All right. Let's see. That was Capricorn. We're on to Aquarius. All right. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see what the message is for you, Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, we're going to get a general message first, and then we will look at the tarot for more of a specific spread with romantic love. Oh. Within the next few months was wanting to flip around. Okay, what's going on for Aquarius? Okay. Ooh, if you believe, ask your angels, and you have success also. Okay, so if you believe, ask your angels, and you have success. Okay, nice card. Now remember, I said that like that's your general message. All right, so that could be about romantic love, but it's just a general message for you at this time. So if you believe, ask your angels, and boom, success. Listen to your intuition. Perfect timing. And trust is after that. My hands are kind of full right now, but I can see the next card is trust also. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Aquarius. Let's take a look at romantic energy at this time. What's been going on? What is going on? What's coming in for Aquarians? Aquarius placements. Okay. For some of you, I'm getting once you start a business, love comes in and like you get married. I just heard that. I don't know what all that means. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know. I mean, that's very definitive, but that's what I heard. Okay, let's see. All right, Aquarius, please. What's going? Let's focus more on like the current energy message. What's been going on? What is going on? What's coming in for Aquarius, please? Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, you definitely got some like action here showing up for you. All right. A lot of like, we got a page, we got a king, we got a knight, kind of thing. Okay, so let me see here. Hold on. What do we have recent past? We have 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the Fool card. Yeah, I feel like many of you need to be encouraged right now to take a leap of faith toward your own security. Not that like you're dependent on someone else's security or anything like that. Maybe, you know, and sometimes we're in that position, you know, no whatever in that. I mean, that happens. But it's like, I don't know, there's something here where even if it is yours, like it doesn't feel like yours or something like that. So I do feel like that message that I said, which I don't even remember what it was now at the beginning of this reading. Yeah, it was something about, starting a business and love coming in or something like that. I still kind of feel this vibe with this. So there's something about like this independence here that you really want to take a leap of faith toward. Like you want to have savings in the bank. You want to have, you know, you don't want to just buy nice things in the moment and not be also saving your money. Something like that is what I'm getting. So I get single energy from this reading. So like if you're involved with someone, like you're going through like an intense situation or, you know, been living with someone for a long time or so, like it doesn't feel like it's like this reading feels like a singles reading for sure. So you may want to check like your rising or Venus or moon or something like that. Okay, so then we have like we have the 7 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and Page of Cups. Okay, one thing I will say, if you are a masculine Aquarius watching this, it's like you may be like just overthinking things too much. And I get it. You're probably just like kind of burned out. Like part of you, like you have this desire to, you know, really get back out there and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's sort of like, do I really want to do that? It's a lot of work. I feel like you will like make some sort of like attempt towards someone here. But the thing is, they're reading it different than you're presenting yourself. So I would say be very authentic if you are like trying to woo, you know, someone or something like that, or you are making an advance towards someone. There's something where like I feel like this feminine can see right through things. So it's like it's better to be just absolutely your charming Aquarius weird self, all right, instead of trying to come at it like from, well, maybe I should try this or maybe I should try that. It's like just be yourself, because otherwise I feel like they're just going to see you as like a Knight of Wands, and they're not going to see like your true intentions behind what you are really wanting with this person. So what I mean by that, and not if they just see you as a Knight of Wands, they're seeing you as like kind of not necessarily like a player, but just sort of not serious, you know, maybe just interested in them temporarily because they're somewhat attracted, you know, things like that. So it's better to be like super sincere, I feel, coming forward if you're a masculine. Okay, so if you are a feminine Aquarius, I do feel like there's someone coming toward you, but you may be like reading this situation differently. Okay, so I do feel like whoever is coming towards you, they have put some thought into things. I feel like this person works really hard, and they're just kind of, I don't feel like they're burned out on life. All right, like I still, they're very fiery. Like they do have a strong vigor about them. All right, but they may not come off that way. They might come off as like sort of like a moody little, you know, emo dude or something like that, but they're not. You know, they have like this like good vigor, vitality, fire. It's just that you know, I don't know, the wind has been taken out of their sails a little bit lately, maybe overworked or just tired of relationships or something like that. But I do feel like they will be throwing their hat in the ring. They will be interested, you know, something along those lines. All right. And with the King of Cups, Queen of Wands, and Knight of Wands, it's like there is something here about if you are a feminine, regardless of what gender you're into, I feel like it's important to like recognize like when people are being loving. So in other words, you might just want action, 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 or chemistry, chemistry, chemistry from this person, but also take time to notice when they are like actually like showing like maturity, showing in an emotional maturity. Like notice that stuff too. All right. I feel like that's a message because there may be something where someone's trying to show you that they do love you, or that like to them, like this effort is a grand gesture, but to you, it's like you might just not notice that and want more of like the way they used to be, or, you know, how they used to be charismatic, or they used to be this, you know, fiery Knight of Wands or something like that. And, it's like just expecting like that energy and not noticing this like kind of more sensitive side, okay, that they are trying to portray. So there's that message too. Others of you, I would say, just if you are a single feminine, there's options, you know, showing up here. I feel like right now though, like it's more like listen to your intuition, okay, because I do feel like you know there's more to things than what you are. Like I feel like you're very highly capable, 9 of Pentacles, but there's like this, the leaps of faith that you take aren't on yourself. The leaps of faith that you take are more safe, secure, or taking leaps of faith on others. So I feel like it's saying like take a leap of faith on your own talent, your own security, you know, things like that is what I'm getting right now. So a lot of different messages coming out, like a slew of messages, but I because there's a lot of people cards here. You know, we got pages, we got this queen, we got the 9 of Pentacles chick, we've got the Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, you know, a lot of different like people here. So I feel like that may be the message too, that it's like there's a lot of people and a lot of potentials, but it's like seeing people for who what they really are bringing, because it's like I feel like you're expecting them to like you're expecting a Knight of Wands energy that's fiery and motivated, because I feel like that's what you need. You know, you need to like kind of have that energy too. So, but what's coming towards you is more like just emotional, sweet love, you know, kind of thing. That's what I see. It's kind of a weird reading, but hopefully it made sense to someone. So, all right. But you do have, if you believe, ask your angels, and success. All right. Listen to your intuition at perfect timing. Yeah, there's that trust. Oh my God. I'm glad I did pick up that card. Trust, big happy changes. All right. I really think things can turn around for you, but there's something about like seeing things for like opening up to the others around you and seeing what they're truly like bringing toward you. All right. Rather than what you keep seeing them as bringing towards you, but they are bringing love. Okay. It's very weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think if it's probably very specific for some, you know, just a couple of you. I think you got what I'm saying. All right. So I'm going to leave it at that. All right. So I don't convolute it even more. Okay. So Pisces, please. Let's go to Pisces. All right. What's going on for Pisces? Pisces energy. Okay. So Pisces, we have be assertive. All right. I feel like Virgo had this message as well. Taking the mask off, being your true authentic self, right? Peaceful resolution. And then you also have this like weight card as well. All right. So In the past, I feel like you have taken the mask off. You've revealed something. You've been assertive about something. And in the current energy, it's like, I feel like the angels are like saying, okay, good. We saw that authenticity, Pisces, and we do recognize that. So it's like, we are working on a peaceful resolution for you. Just wait. Like, the time will come to have like some sort of truth revealed or conversation ahead, but it's in the near future. Okay. So right now, I feel like the angels are hard at work at like some sort of peaceful resolution for you with a situation. Okay, so let's see. Now, if it's a relationship or something like that, it could just be indicating, like, be honest, take the mask off, right? That's what the person is doing in the card. The theatrical mask, they've removed it. Like, be your assertive, authentic self, and aim and intend on a peaceful resolution. And possibly, like, wait then. Like, if that is, like, the energy that you're in right now is, like, kind of things are feeling peaceful, it's like, wait until you like drop a hammer conversation on them, or demand things or something like that. Like, wait on that right now. Okay, so let's see. Okay, what do we have going on for Pisces, please? Pisces placements, romantic energy, what's been going on, what is going on, and what is coming in. Okay, Pisces. Your card, Pisces. Okay, got a couple cards of Scorpio here. You have Pisces, some Gemini energy, Aries energy. Okay, let's see. There's definitely something up ahead that is going to be, that's why it says wait, because something is going to be very good. That's so let me see what's up here. Okay, so in the recent past, we have the Moon card, your card, Pisces, 8 of Wands and 4 of Wands. So it could have been another Pisces, like texting you, something like that. If that, we got, like I said, well, I already went through the signs. So if it's not another Pisces, okay, then there's this energy here of like possibly wanting to come see you, wanting to take a trip, something like that, or just texting a lot, like, about moving forward. Or I get that it's more about like, hey, I want to come see you, or why don't you come here, or something like that. There might be like a distance between you two. I'm sensing like literal, not metaphorical, like literal distance. You do have the 6 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the 9 of Swords here. Somebody is definitely up in their head. I feel like somebody who does want to like fight for you in some way, or like fight for something. It could be about moving, all right, for sure. Or if it's about a relationship, they want to fight for you, something along those lines. 6 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and 9 of Swords. So it feels like masculine energy to me. So like if you're the feminine, I don't feel like this is your energy. I feel like this is, and it doesn't mean it has to be a male in romantic terms, but it's masculine energy. Okay. So it's like there's someone here who I feel like they don't want to, like they don't know if they should just give in or give up, but it feels like they want to fight for what they want. But the thing is, I think that's where that peaceful resolution comes in. So you may be concerned, like, oh my gosh, maybe you really want to move, or you want to go somewhere, or you want to get going, or something like that, or go meet this person, or have them come see you, or whatever it may be for you guys. But this other person just feels like that's, oh no, I don't know what to do with this, and that's not what I want yet, or something like that. The thing is, you do have this peaceful resolution. I'm not sure really how it gets there. Maybe I'll pull some cards on that. We'll see. Because it's like you have Ace of Cups, Death card, and 3 of Wands. I do feel like by Scorpio season, there's something here where like you guys are able to resolve something or move into a new direction with something, because there's a lot of like, it's because it's based on love. All right, so if something isn't working out right this second, it's probably because it's not that perfect opportunity that's going to be more born in Scorpio season, that's going to like be more of like your ship coming in. So there's some kind of reason here that things are not super flowing, or that there's a lot of like worry about like, oh, well, I don't want to force this. You know, obviously this person's not digging this. That's why I think it says wait, because there's, again, something by Scorpio season that's better for, you know, a better solution as far as moving forward or something along those lines. So tell me about, what is this here, please? Okay. Yeah, wait, again. Yeah, it feels like things are tumultuous and things like that, you know, definitely. But yeah, it's like feeling like, oh my God, is the wheel ever going to turn? Is there ever going to be a breakthrough? Are we ever going to like move or be together, you know, get married, whatever it is that's going through your head, you know, about like this optimism of something, but it just feels like it's not happening right now. There's a reason. There is a reason. So it's going to, you know, I can't get the exact reason, you know, in a general spread for every single Pisces out there, but it's confirming again that there is going to be a peaceful resolution. There is going to be like a tangible blessing given after this like confusion and this sort of Five of Wands, clashing sticks. One person's going this way, this one's going that way, this one's opinion is this one's opinion is that, you know, whatever kind of stuff going on. But there is this like temperance angel that is guiding this situation. So just hang in there, wait. It's like the wheel is going to turn. There is going to be a positive future for you. There, like, this is literally the card of your ship is coming in. All right. And it's, you know, the love card of Ace of Cups showing up. So something's changing and turning. It's more, I would say at this time, to like be as positive as possible. Not like blind optimism, like stay realistic in things, but definitely lean towards optimism and patience and emotional intelligence at this time. Like that's your friend. That's what's getting you through this, and it's going to move you towards a positive place. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you guys. I will see you soon. Thank you so much.